Good morning. Thank you for being here. Would everyone please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Nquyen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Haley Braun was also singing that for us, so thank you, Haley and Aaron. Morning, parents, family members, teachers, class 2025. We really appreciate all of you being here with us this morning. Before I make some brief comments, I really need to recognize all the people that have gone out of their way to support us in making this ceremony possible. In the spirit of being respectful of everyone's time and the fear of not recognizing everyone that I should, I will summarize by saying how fortunate I feel to have such beautiful people in my life, people that love kids, are committed to serving others, possess amazing talents and wisdom, and whom without this day could not be a reality. I promise I will do my best to thank each of you personally for all that you do. Colonial is an amazing community with amazing parents, educators, and students. Thank you all for turning the trials of the past 14 months into some of our finest hours. Today's spotlight is on you, CMS 8th graders, our Colonial School District class of 2025. For some of you, middle school has been a great experience. For others, it's been a difficult one and even painful at times. It's my guess that for most of you, it's been a little bit of both. That really sums up the beauty and the struggle of today. Today, you wipe your slate clean. The achievements as well as all of your struggles are now in the past. That brings great anxiety and hope at the same time. Actually, all of the adults supporting you here today envy you. Today, you can dream as big as you want and actually make that dream come true. Most of us can't do that anymore. We've dreamed our dream and are living it, or we had to settle for something less. You can be anything you want to be. To reach any dream or goal, you have to have a plan. Many of you are blessed to be in families that have instilled a tried and true framework for you to follow to reach your goals. If that is the case for you, then keep following that plan. If you don't have a definite skeleton of a plan to follow, then I'd like to offer one to help you get started. In fact, we as a middle school have been sharing part of that plan with you for the past 3 years. Ever since you walked through CMS doors, you've heard people remind you of our 2 CMS goals. Be nice and do your best. Although these words are simple, they are powerful and will propel you into reaching your goal if you choose to practice them. Now that you're ninth graders, you're ready to receive the final two pieces of this framework for your success. These require maturity, courage, and personal ownership to apply them. All characteristics that you now, as ninth graders, are ready to use for your advantage. I truly believe that adding these two behaviors to your life toolbox will ensure your success in achieving your personal dreams. So we've got be nice, do your best, goal number 3, and really a challenging one. Reflect on advice that comes your way. Some of you call it criticism, feedback, telling me what to do, getting yelled at, getting in trouble, and the list goes on. But I like to call it getting advice. Be a good listener. Hear what people say. Don't think about your rebuttal or about winning the argument. Really listen, concentrate and reflect on what's being said, and then you get to decide. Is this something I need to change? Can this make me better? Or is this bad advice from a misguided source with an alternate agenda that I need to reject? Remember, advice will come in many different forms and volumes. Don't be distracted by the delivery style. Instead, focus on what's being said. Reflect on it and decide if it's something that can make you a better person. I've learned so much by listening to my own parents, my teachers, my coaches, friends, my wife, my children, my colleagues, my bosses, your parents, and also learned a great deal from you. The delivery always hasn't been pleasant or in my preferred style. Sometimes it's hurt my feelings, but many times it's been advice I needed to hear to make me a better or smarter person. Don't miss these opportunities that come your way. Listen with an open mind, with a possibility that someone else's belief may actually cause you to reconsider your own and even change. If you value advice and you really hear what people have to say, it may bring with it some of the greatest blessings you'll ever receive. At the same time, if you don't make the effort to hear it, you may miss a valuable opportunity to change your life. Goal number 4. And this one really is a challenge for many of us. It's the hardest one in my eyes to achieve, and that is have faith that if you implement the first 3 goals, if you're a nice person, if you work hard, if you value and consider advice you get from every single source, then you need to be content with that and have faith that things will work out in the end. This is difficult because I think it's our instinct at times to think we have to control it. We have to make it happen. In reality, you've made it happen by being a good person, by working as hard as you possibly can, and taking all the advice you absolutely receive. You'll watch others make teams, win awards, get invited to parties, and have things you want or believe you should have received. During those times, it'll be tempting to complain and become bitter. If you choose this natural response, it will be easy to find company in being negative. Lots of people handle disappointment that way. However, when you exert energy and focus on negative and feeling sorry for yourself, you miss opportunities to grow and will actually begin to annihilate yourself and isolate yourself from others. People want to be around people who show great character during difficult times. To be honest, you should embrace the struggles that come your way. Without struggles in your life, in our lives, success wouldn't be such a coveted thing that we all desire. Struggles in our lives are necessary to help reach our highest potential. Instead, focus on what you can control. You can control being a great person, being kind. You can control working as hard as you possibly can. You can control being receptive to advice, regardless of the tone it's delivered in. Every time you have the opportunity to do those three things, the rest will absolutely work itself out. Having faith takes all the pressure. You don't have to make it happen. It provides you peace in knowing that you can't control everything and allows you to keep exerting your energies on the things that you absolutely can control. So as my last official act as a person acting in loco parentis, I'm asking you to consider formalizing the 4 goals and the skeleton of a plan I've shared with you today. Be nice. Work as hard as you can. Be receptive to feedback. If you do this, you will be rewarded in the end. I promise you it's a great place to start as you build your own personal pyramid of success. Students, you are so much smarter, nicer than the generation that I'm part of when we were your age. Absolutely, there's no doubt in my mind. You have gifts that we didn't have. I am in awe of the things that you can handle at the same time. School is so much more demanding and rigorous. Just social life is so much more demanding. And the way in which you all handle it, again, is just keeps me in amazement. We'll really miss you. I hope that you won't be strangers, that you'll come back and visit us. We're looking forward to all of you moving forward in your lives and reaching whatever dream it is. And don't let anybody talk you out of whatever your dream is. Go for it. You can achieve it. Best wishes to all of you, and thank you. And I apologize because those certainly weren't brief comments. At this time, it gives me great honor to introduce Rosalie Montemayor, our Student Council President.
Hello, my name is Rosalie Montemayor, and I'm honored to speak today as your class president. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it. Today, our middle school experience is coming to an end, but our next chapter is just beginning. I would like to thank the teachers, staff, and my fellow classmates for leading and creating this amazing adventure. Looking back on our past 3 years here at CMS, I'm confident that we are prepared for whatever is to come in high school. Middle school has been quite a wild ride. In 6th grade, we traded recess for responsibility. 7th grade was definitely a challenge. With the unexpected pandemic, we faced challenges and gained experiences like no other 7th grade class has had. Our 8th grade year began with uncertainty, but we were upperclassmen now, and we knew CMS enough to make all the transitions a little easier. When you think about it, we spent almost half of the middle school in a pandemic. While we could come up with a tons of reasons for how this year was a disappointment, we can also say that we, unlike the classes before us, were presented in a way with a gift. We learned to live with disappointment, we overcame challenges, and we found creative solutions to problems, all with persistence and grit, and we did it together. At a time when we were trying to find ourselves, we found a sense of community. All throughout middle school, we worked hard and played harder. We took chances, joined clubs, tried out for the school musical, or maybe sports teams. Sometimes it worked out the way we wanted, and sometimes it didn't, but we learned about who we were along the way. And one thing is certain, we would not be where we are today without the guidance and support of our teachers, counselors, family, and friends. On a personal level, I would like to thank Mrs. Penrice for facilitating the student council and giving us students a chance to make a difference in the school and in our community. I would also like to show our appreciation to all of our parents, caregivers, and family members for all those rides, last-minute project supplies, and for paying our cell phone bill. They have been and always will be behind us, and we couldn't have done it without them. Middle school was a chance for us to grow, to discover who we are, how we best learn, and where we want to go. Finding yourself is a lifelong journey, and middle school has been just the beginning. With the next 4 years of high school in front of us, let us never forget what we have learned here at CMS. Let's remember the chances we took, the growth we experienced, and the memories we made. Now we sit here waiting for what the future holds. As this chapter ends, let us step confidently into the next. Congratulations to the 8th grade class of 2021.
This time I'd like to introduce Ronald Keene, President of National Junior Honor Society.
After watching Rosalie, I preemptively took off my tie, but wow. Wow is a word to sum up this entire 8th grade experience. Or, yeah. Too tall for my own good. But anyways, for a lot of you, wow may sum up this entire middle school experience. We arrived nearly 3 years ago, and look at us now. From little tiny people to mature and independent individuals. CMS was a time for change, and change indeed took place. Looking out into the crowd before me, that much is evident. Now, 8th grade was most definitely the final test of transitioning to the high school. The pandemic and the restrictions that came along with it made sure to pop up constantly in our everyday lives. And geez, I hated it. Everyone hated it, unless you were one of those weirdos who didn't hate it. No, I'm joking. But what I can say is that even though the situation was so hateable and so easy to make the worst of, the class of 2025 bested through it all. I hear from Mrs. Crum that the National Junior Honor Society actually went above and beyond compared to previous years. Clubs, cheers. Clubs were able to take advantage of virtual flexibility, and learning could be catered to different types of students. Now, of course, it wasn't all a success story. For many, grades fell, mental health deteriorated, and boredom reared its ugly, ugly little head, staying there for months. Activities like plays, sports, and musical ensembles took a heavy, heavy hit to the gut. But misfortunes like those only prove an underlying drive to overcome. Because when I look at you all right now, I don't see people who let terrible circumstances beat them. I don't see people who accomplish 0% in their quarantine free time. And I don't see people who didn't do anything great in a not so great situation. I see leaders, I see friends, I see those who will probably change the world. Resilience, ability, determination, elements of the mind that every young person must possess. Simply being able to stand here today proves to us all that we're not lacking in these elements. In fact, we're practically overflowing with them. And I know what you're thinking. Ronnie, how do you know this? You're 14 years old, you're just like the rest of us. And to that, I say, look to your parents, look to your guardians, family, CMS staff, look to them all if you can. They went through the same exact pandemic and went through the same exact hardships as you. Without hesitation, they would have given praise and acclaim equal to what you just received from me. And with things soon to return to somewhat of a new normal, the skill sets acquired during this crazy COVID kerfuffle will undoubtedly set every single one of you up for a bright future. And with that, I suppose I'll see you all in 9th grade. Happy 8th grade promotion, everyone.
Thank you. To get started, I just want to thank Mrs. Warwick, Mrs. Childs, and Mr. Mullally, and the whole Purple team for a successful and great year. I want to start off by asking that everybody hold their applause until the end of the team so that we hear everybody's name. Kayla Burkmeyer. Ashley Chavez Bernardo. Olivia Chu. Alexandra Cook. Marissa Gundlach. Jack Hansen. Jaden Heiser. Marcus Lafredo. Aiden Loftus. Benjamin McQuerns. Kayla Nelson. Nail Noel. Megan Peters. Owen Peasy. Avery Pond. Leah Smith. Mackenzie Smith. Tyson Tuggle. Jaden Williams. Dante Young. Ryan Campbell. Kira Davis. Chase Farrer. Aiden Finley. Kevin Hegarty. Kayla Holmes. Kylie Koenig. Catherine McQuerns. Shayna Moore. Kamori Smith. Kaylin Smythe. Hold up, guys, hold up. Gianna Testa. Dominic Trifoletti. Max Visa. Taylor Williams. Anaya Wood. Mariah Wright. And Zachary Wynn. That's the Purple team. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Joyce of the Orange team.
On behalf of the 8th grade Orange team, it's my pleasure to present Mrs. Delmar's Learning Time, Hamden Abbas, Rashad Arietta, Hamden Abbas, Rashad Arietta, Emily Colantuno, Alexandria Contreras, Tehran Davis, Reese Gittleman, Tyra Gord, Isabel Lambro, Benjamin McComb, Madison Moran, Elena Morton, Annette Ramos, Sean Richmond, London Smith, Catherine Stanton, Noah Steele, Charles Van Dyke, Gianna Venezia, Yasir Watson Harad. Mr. Bennett's Learning Time, Alexandria Awang, Lily Bentley, Aubrey Choi, Aaron Cohen, Gabriel Davis, Justin Dichter, Nardine Fahmy, Noah Gamble Steinitz, Emma Hoffman, Bruno Kim, Noah Kim, Dane Knittel, Caden Lazinski, Gabriel McDevitt, Wyatt McDevitt, Lucas Nozel, Emmanuel Palmer, Dhruv Patel, Dylan Shoemaker, Chase Smith, Zhlong Weijin, Julia Werner, and Jack Yamashita. And now for Mrs. DeFabio's learning time. Sophia Archel Dorte, sorry. Victoria Davies, Justin Ford, Cameron Green, Liam Green, Fiona Haberstroh, Jeffrey Paul Hayes, Briley Hosack, Jaden Joseph, Alicia Kubicki, Ava Latner, Michael Lester, Chloe Mamrosh, Neera Martin, Stephen Muncie, Travis Ing, Abigail Nye, Maya Patine, Trent Richmond, and Sarah Soul. And now my learning time, Mia Borishevitz, Thomas Brescia, Gianna Clark, Joseph Conte, Owen Cummins, Sophie Deneau, Christian DeSergio, Keegan Flacco, Claire Getson, Braden Heffron, Daniel Hurst, Christina Hurtado, Andrew Iannozzi, Dylan Imperial, Kara Murray, Caden Rickard, Ethan Rivera, Caroline Roman, Isabella Santiago, Rose Schweitzer, Martin Slazeman, Owen Sutters, Michael Sudell, Sire Walters, and Gavin Zenstein, the 8th grade Orange team. And now I would like to present Mrs. Cox and the 8th grade Red team.
It's my pleasure to present to you the 8th grade Red team. My homeroom, Audrey Conroy, Anthony DeMeo, Kieran Flanagan, Adarsha Gamiri, Aaron Gittlemocker, Lily Goldberg, Antonios Habib, Allison Hernandez Santana, Lila Homa, Joshua Johnson, Lyric Johnson, Luke Jones, Anthony Long, Sean Lucas, Connor Murphy, Macy Stein, Sierra Tillery. Now for Mr. Gephardt's learning time. Ethan Agnew, Ehab Ahmed, Sophie Brainard, Justin Cohen, Julie Denofa, Colum Doherty, Alexa L., Ellen Fang, Rihanna Gunaratna, Naomi Hoffman, Nicholas Long, Catherine Lukens, James Muntz, Aaron Nguyen, Isaac Null, Alexis Peng, Chase Rarick, Connor Rarick, Akil Roy, Kirthi Roy, Riley Ruprecht, Alexis Shubin, Andrew Spurka, Sierra Terendi, Seth Wolkoff, Davis Wenger. And now for Mrs. Przanski's learning time. Jihad Abdullah, Isaiah Bainbridge, Gabriella Kaintic, Omar Sharabi, Goldie Cheskin, Molly Conroy, Jade Dalsky, Paige Dalsky, Noah Devaney, Otis Fulton, Mia Gillis, Sophia Leonidopoulos, Elizabeth Mascaro, Ava Matthias, Madison Murray, Nicholas Neal, Colin Wynn, Sasha Rothenstein, Jake Schwartz, Aaliyah Tompkins, Aiden Weber, Asia Wyatt. And now for Mrs. Crumb's learning time. Rowan Alkashat, Thomas Barron, Madison Birdnaz, Ian Brady, Dipson Budamagar, Amanda Busk, Zaire Calloway, Jacob Coughlin, Jocelyn Diaz, Brendan Foy, Matthew Friedman, Brianna Gibson, Hunter Goonan, Jeremy Brady, Michael Green, Judy Hafiz, Anya Magalise, Aliana Metamano, Maya Olsick, Jason Probst, Charles Williams. Thank you, and it's my pleasure to introduce the Green Team leader, Mr. Hankins.
On behalf of all the teachers and staff that have had a part in helping my students succeed, I would like to now convey the promotion certificates to the 89 students on the 8th grade Green Team. First, Mrs. Prickett's learning time. Charlie Brooks, Samuel Chapman. Kalina Childers. William Clark. Andrew Dowd. Natalie Dick. Cassidy Fagan. Sari Gartside. Eliana Kaganovsky. Miles K. Ronald Keene. Carly Lefkowitz. Arden McAhall. Giacomo Palladino. Rhea Faith Petrusky. Diana Redman. Justin Reebstein. Olivia Riley. Noah Smith. Jacob Steinberg. Samantha Vasquez Guzman. Jenna Yablon. Vincent Yang. Now Mrs. Slattery's learning time. Ashley Berger. Caleb Bridgman. Samuel Cohen. Amina Crawley. Quinn Daly. Alexandra Gallo. Dominic Graybert. Ava Grebeck. Brianna Hamer. Ryan Heinzer. Eric Holloway. Madeline Lux. Alexis Miller. Kira Pintner. Sebastian Ramirez Mesa. Jake Rauscher. Grace Stumpf. Sean Zakreski. Mr. Trugone's learning time. Adriana Albizu. Anthony Carlo Aqueros. Joshua Berry. Alana Budd. Michaela Delacondro. Luke Damalis. Caleb Dempsey. Michael Graham. Aja Green. Dylan Harmon. Luke Laviola. Julian Lux. Ethan McClay. Wendy Mendoza. Layla Methrada. Tyler Patrick. Dorian Smith. Evan Spector. Catherine Spera. Samantha Travado. Adam Wilkie Vicio. And now my learning time. Jesus Aguirre Hernandez. Victor Bayaseo Perez. Megan Bergen. Trey Bruno. Mania Butler. Kayla Cohen. Jordan Coleman. Rachel Edinger. Sebastian Edwards. Jenna Farmer. James Fassbender. Molly Feinberg. Saheem Fuller. Rusey Knudsen. Dory Levinton. Kaheem Mercer. Riley McNichols. Jordan Palmer. Mia Petit. Joseph Poncio. Emerson Shapiro, Sophia Stanley, Matthew Turner, Ryan Venenzia, Michael Vinn, Michelle Yanez. The 8th grade green team. And now finally, my colleague and friend, Miss Anya Johnson.
On behalf of Mr. Clark, Mr. Rothstein, Mrs. Wistrich, and the entire CMS staff, I would like to present the 8 blue team. First, Mr. Rothstein's learning time. Michaela Bailey, Ryan Bass, Gabriel Bomboy, Joseph Bucci, Amelia Buffington, Christopher Camille, April Flores, Edward Hayden Domers, Jude Donnelly, Victoria Escobar Martin, Shamir Goldman, Addison Kwan, Maximilian Lancaster, Tanaya Lester, Callie Lupo, Eddie Moyet, William Pereira, Jacob Plant, Michelina Sporlini, Charles Spaz, Samuel Stolzer, Benjamin Wanner, and now my homeroom, Sean Allen, Haley Braun, Jackson Budin, Olivia Kilcagny, Jacob Casey, James Choi, Sean Cubbin, Melina Day, Juliana Fristillo, Sophia Gartland, Sarah Kane, David Kim, Jack Laverty, Natalie Lieberman, Kieran Long, Rosalie Montemayor, Shinobi Mafia, David Alex Palmer, Sage Palmer, Dylan Reed, Jonah Reed, Christian Strunk, Olivia Teeters, Caselli Thakali, Jared Thomas Payne, John Van Wee, Brenalyn Walsh. And now for Mrs. Wistrich's learning time. Riker Arujo, Kyra Boache, Donald Boone, Kevin Camille, Trinity Ellison, Asadula Fies, Alana Folia, Jane Gilbert, Gia Guess, Carmine Hildreth, Casey Johnstone, Alexis Mangat, Alana Santoro, Angel Martinez, Sean Odom, Tyler Robinson, Jayla Scott, Cecilia Taylor, Bailey Tobin. And now for Mr. Clark's homeroom, learning time. Lindsay Alton. Scott Ash. Hadley Blake. Morgan Blake. Gabriel Cayucci. Jackson de Guzman. Lauren Elgart. Miriam Elgueli. Gabriel Fullerton. Sienna Gertenich. Samantha King. Austin Lee. Scott Margulies. Nicholas McKeever. Tyler McClafferty. Gianna Morgan Johnson. Marikit Negron. Ethan O'Connell. Chloe Proteruti. Ryan Reed. Ava Ruggiero. Julia Stanzak. Noah Tunstall. Sachita Upadhyaya. And Thomas Warshaw. That's the 8 blue team.
Could we all just give these amazing kids a really loud Kids, best wishes. You've been an amazing class. You've been on an amazing journey. And you're the strongest class by far with what you've endured moving forward into the high school. We're looking for big things. Parents, we invite you to come on the field to meet your students. We sent out a diagram, but basically wherever your students are, we're going to have the purple team in this area, and we have the orange team here, etc. Come out, say hello to the staff, pick up your student, and we'll wish you well for the summer. Thank you so much, parents, for all of your support this year. We really appreciate it.